Pros and cons of seasonal traveling. Welcome in, much love, Trav here. This is for the travelers or the movers or potential travelers, potential movers. Since the start of 2014, it's been over 3 years. I haven't been in a place for more than 6 months. I spent 6 months in Europe and then a month in Seattle, then 5 months in California, then 5 months in Europe, then 5 months in Seattle, then 6 months in California, then 5 months in Seattle, now 6 months in California, over to Hawaii. So what are the pros and cons of this? Is this something that you want or don't want? Because it sounds cool, but if you hadn't really considered, there's some serious downsides and there's some sneaky upsides you might not have thought of. So let's start with the cons. The number one con to seasonal traveling, not being in a place continued, is it's really disruptive to social relationships. The internet age, we can keep in contact with people, but it's not really the same. And we can come back and reinitiate things, and that's really good. But you just moved and you're restarting and for a time, and that's probably not how the human brain best works, with our tribal brains adapted towards some amount of travel, some amount of immigration, but hanging with the tribe for the most part. So that's the biggest thing, is you have to be, there's a potential to grow a lot socially. There's also potential for it to scar you as you just move, just travel through, and everything is so temporary. But you can return, and that's the key thing. So another negative is that it breaks habits. If you're doing good and you leave, you come back, you have to restart that. But to me, that is the biggest con, is it is a way to reset habits, to fix things. So if you leave somewhere and you're going to come back, notice I say seasonal travel, not just moving. I come back to the same spots. You can do it better. You can take a step back and look at where you were when you started, what your habits were, how you're spending your time, how you're not spending your time, in what ways you're fulfilled or not fulfilled in what you're doing, and come back and make immediate tweaks. And I always found that. It's like the first time that the first time I went to England in Newquay, I didn't really know where to stay, so it took me a month to find the best place to stay, and then it took me until the end to find the right foods. And then the next time I came back and just could stay in the best place and eat the best foods and get the best gear that I wanted and do the things that I wanted to do. And same with coming to California. So anytime that I want to quit something or reset a habit, then it's a good idea to leave for a while and come back. Anytime that I want to tweak my life in any way, it's a good time to do that. Now, that's the main advantage, in my opinion, by far. There's other stuff, like you get to meet travelers and you get to be snobbish about travel, and you get to experience different cultures and widen your horizons and gain more experience, and there's a certain social liberations that come from being so temporal, especially temporal and transient. But it's a mixed bag of pros and cons, and it's not a permanent thing. Because another con is, like, we talk about relationships. I mean, you can have people come with you, but if you want to have a family, that's going to be tough. If you want to have a dog, it can be hard, right? You have to have a plan of driving, and who's going to take care of it, and so on. That stuff's limiting. So think about it. It's not for everyone, and if it's not for you, don't feel so bad about it, because there's some serious disadvantages. But if you are in a rut, then fucking get up and move. Maybe you can come back. Like, a great example of this is Peter Krim, who was the guy who lost 100 pounds. I interviewed my friend on the channel. He got up and moved seasonally. He did come back, but massive lifestyle change. Got way healthier. So that's the pros and cons of seasonal travel. Let me know what you think. If you do this or don't do this, if you have other stuff you want to add, please add to the conversation. I appreciate you, and I look forward to what you have to say. Free life movement, free living goals. Have a blessed day.